Good morning. Welcome to the first installment of Operation Bullseye. This is how to use a calculator for the PSSAs along with how to use a calculator for the PSSA formula sheet. I'm Mr. Immendorf and I'll be guiding you through this one.
Alright, so on with how to use the calculator with the PSSA formula sheet. Now, the calculator you'll be using is the Texas Instruments TI-30X2S. First thing we're going to talk about is how to use powers. To square a number, what you want to do is enter the number, hit the x squared button as indicated, then hit the enter or equals button. For powers other than 2, you still want to enter the number that you're going to be raising to the power, hit the caret button, which is directly above the x squared button, enter the power value, and then again hit the enter button. If, on the other hand, you want to find the square root, you have to hit the second button, hit the x squared button, enter the number you want to find the root of, then hit the enter button. For roots other than square, again, start with the root number, hit the second button, hit the caret button, enter the number you want to find the root of, and then hit the enter button. For using fractions, if you want to use or simplify a fraction, enter the numerator or the top number, hit the ABC button as indicated, enter your denominator or bottom number, and hit the enter button. To enter a mixed number, enter the whole or the big number, hit the ABC button, enter the numerator, hit the ABC button, enter the denominator, and hit the enter button. To convert from mixed numbers to improper fractions or vice versa, enter the fraction as we just discussed, hit the second button, hit the ABC button, then hit the enter button. To convert from fraction to decimal or vice versa, enter the fraction or decimal as shown, hit the second button, hit the PRB button, and hit the enter button. On to combinatorics. This is part of probability and statistics, and this occurs often on the PSSAs. To find permutations or n things taken r at a time where order matters, such as 12 people fitting in a line 4 at a time, because the person who's in first place can't also be in third, so that's how order matters. You want to enter your n value, hit the PRB button, hit the enter button, enter the r value, and then hit the enter button again. For combinations or n things taken r at a time regardless of order, how 30 people can be picked to make up a 12-member jury, doesn't matter who's picked first or third. You want to enter the n value again. You want to hit the PRB button. You want to cursor over one space with the right arrow button. Hit the enter button, enter the r value, and hit the enter button again. To find the factorial of a number, enter the number, hit the PRB button, hit the right arrow button twice to cursor over to the exclamation point, and hit the enter button. For statistics, to find mean, variance, and standard deviation, first thing you need to do is hit the second key, then hit the data key. You want to hit the enter button, that way you're in one variable statistics. Hit the data button again and start entering your data and its appropriate frequencies. When all the data has been entered, you hit the stat variable button and all the information pops up, starting with the number of data items, followed by the mean, and then the sample standard deviation, and also the population standard deviation. On to the formula sheet. For perimeter of rectangle formulas, perimeter is quite simple. It's 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Enter 2, hit times, enter the length. Hit the plus, enter 2, hit times, then enter the width and hit equals. For area of a rectangle, it's even simpler. Area is just length times width. So enter the length, hit times, enter the width, and hit equals. Parallelograms are similar to rectangles, but they have height brought into the mix. For a perimeter, it's just 2 times the base plus 2 times the width. Same idea, enter 2, hit times, enter the base, hit plus, enter 2, hit times, then enter the width and hit equals. For area, it's base times height. So enter the base, hit times, enter the height, and hit equals. Trapezoid formulas with the calculator. Now, the trapezoids you'll be running into on the PSSAs for the most part are isosceles trapezoids. That means both sides are equal to one another. For perimeter, it's A plus B plus 2 times the length of the side. So enter 2, hit times, enter the side, hit plus, enter the smaller base, hit plus, then enter the larger base and hit equals. For area, you have to find the average of the 2 bases. So you want to enter the height, hit times, enter open parenthesis, enter the smaller base length, hit plus, enter the larger base length, enter close parentheses, hit the divide sign, enter 2, and hit equals. Triangle formulas. For perimeter, you just want to add up all 3 sides. So enter the first side, hit plus, enter the second side, hit plus, enter the third side, and hit equals. For area, it's base times height, but it's only 1/2 of base times height. So enter the base, hit times, enter the height, hit divide, enter 2, and hit equals. For circles, we have 2 things we deal with. Circumference, which is 2 times pi times the radius, or since the diameter is 2 times the radius, you can have the circumference equals pi times the diameter. For radius, enter 2, hit times, hit pi, hit times, enter r, and hit equals. Or for diameter, hit pi, hit times, enter d, and hit equals. For area, it's pi r squared. So hit pi, hit times, enter r, hit x squared, and hit equals. For rectangular prism formulas, surface area is 2 times the length times the width, plus 2 times the length times the height, plus 2 times the height times the width. Because we have 6 faces, so we have to figure out the area for all of them. Enter 2, hit times, enter L, hit times, enter W, hit plus, enter 2, hit times, enter L, hit times, enter H, hit plus, enter 2, hit times, enter H, hit times, enter W, and hit equals. Volume is very simple for a rectangular prism. Volume equals length times width times height. So enter L, hit times, enter W, hit times, enter H, and hit equals. For spheres, surface area is 4 times pi r squared. Hit 4, hit pi, hit enter r, hit x squared, and hit equals. For volume, it's 4/3 pi r cubed. Hit open parentheses, hit 4, hit pi, enter r, hit the caret, hit 3, hit close parentheses, hit divided, hit 3, and hit equals. For right cylinder formulas, surface area is the area around the outside as well as the top and bottom bases. So it's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. Hit 2, hit pi, enter r, hit x squared. Hit plus, hit 2, hit pi, enter r, hit times, enter h, and hit equals. For volume, it's pi r squared h. Hit pi, enter r, hit x squared, hit times, enter h, and hit equals. For right cone formulas, Surface area is pi r squared plus pi r times the square root of the quantity r squared plus h squared. This is a little more difficult. So you want to hit pi, you enter r, you hit x squared. You hit plus. You hit pi, you enter r, you hit the second button and hit x squared. That'll bring up your radical. Enter r, hit x squared, hit plus. Enter h, hit x squared. Hit close parentheses, that keeps everything under the radical, and hit equals. For volume of a right cone, it's pi r squared h divided by 3. So hit pi, enter r, hit x squared, hit x, enter h, hit divided, hit 3, and hit equals. A right pyramid is similar to a cone, but we no longer have a circular base. So the surface area, we have to figure out what the area of the base is, whether it's a rectangle, a square, a triangle. We multiply that by 1/2 times the length times the number of base sides times b, which is the length of a base. So enter your formula for area of the base, hit times, hit enter 1/2, hit times, enter L, hit times again, enter the number of base sides, hit times, and enter the length of a base, hit equals. The volume, again similar to a cone, 1/3 the area of the base times the height. So enter 1/3, hit times, enter formula for the area of the base, hit times, enter h, and enter equals. The Pythagorean theorem is used to find the hypotenuse or the length of the legs of a right triangle. A is the length of one leg, B is the length of another, and C is the length of the hypotenuse, the longest of the three sides. Normally, instead, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, I have shown c is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared, a is equal to the square root of c squared minus b squared, and b is equal to the square root of c squared minus a squared. Hit second, hit x squared. That'll bring up your radical. Enter the first value in the radical, hit x squared. Hit plus or minus, depending on what you're trying to find. Enter the second value in the radical, hit x squared, and hit close parentheses to keep everything that needs to be under the radical. Hit equals. Permutations are for finding the number of ways and things can be chosen are things at a time when order matters. How many ways can 12 people fill 4 places in line? Enter n, hit PRB, hit enter, enter r, hit equals. Combinations are for finding the number of ways and things can be chosen are things at a time when order does not matter. Example, how many ways can 12 people fill 4 chairs at a table? Enter n, hit PRB, hit the right cursor one time, hit enter, enter r, and hit equals. Distance formula. This is for finding the distance between 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2. Hit second, hit x squared. That brings up the radical. Now I realize that there's already a parenthesis there. We need another one. So hit the open parenthesis, enter x squared, enter x2, hit minus, enter x1, hit close parentheses, hit squared, hit plus, hit open parentheses, enter y2, hit minus, enter y1, hit close parentheses, hit x squared, hit close parentheses again, hit enter, and that'll find the distance. The midpoint formula is for finding the midpoint of a line segment with endpoints of x1, y1, and x2, y2. What you're doing is you're finding the average of both x points and both y points. For the x value, enter x1, hit plus, enter x2, hit equals, hit divide, hit 2, hit equals again. For the y value, enter y1, hit plus, enter y2, hit equals, hit divided by, hit 2, and hit equals again. Slope formula. This is for finding the slope of a line containing the points of x1, y1, and x2, y2. Hit open parenthesis, enter y2, hit minus, enter y1, hit close parenthesis. Hit divided, hit open parenthesis, enter x2, hit minus, enter x1, hit close parenthesis, and hit equals. This has been how to use the calculator for the PSSAs. I'm Mr. Immendorf. Have a good day.